Alright, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we are in Galveston. We're at the port and we are picking up some beef jerky. We're going to haul 41,895 pounds of it to the Union Pacific up in Dallas. What do we have going on here? Let me run through everything that I am going to be driving, because once we get going I really want to focus on the sounds, and so I'm probably going to shut my mouth. So first of all, we have Dom's 379, and we have a nice little skin on it from a man named Goggles 56. We got the Oak Ridge Trucking skin on here, and I actually just found this the other day. Goggles actually came up with a matching skin for the truck and Dom's trailer, but that's exactly what they would think that we're doing. That's why we're switching it up. And the Reefer that we have on here is not Dom's, it's Bart's. This is actually the first time I featured it on this channel. I know people have had it for a while. It's been around for a while. I actually haven't had it until about 2 days ago. Not a huge Reefer guy. I've been getting into it a little bit more ever since I've had Rutas for the longest time, because I picked up the truck the trailer pack. And beyond that, I've pretty much been messing with some free ones that SES has, mainly because of all of the skins that you can get, all the free skins, especially the ones from Richard Brown. But, and I do have Dro's Utility 3000. But this is my first, I guess, entrance into big boy Reefers is Bart's. And it's a good trailer. There's so many customizations on this. I think there's about 10 spots that you can put placards, but I don't have any placard that really fits with beef jerky. It's not combustible, it's not explosive. Well, it can be, but not like that. So anyway, the biggest thing is I want to feature Zeemods 3406B. People have been showing it off. I've been kind of waiting as it's been going through some iterations and some changes. I wanted to make sure it's solid, and I absolutely love this engine, especially combined with Zeemods audio framework. And Zeemods audio framework is working solid with Dom's 379. So I'm going to we're going to get going again, headed from Galveston up to Dallas with beef jerky. I'm going to kind of keep my mouth shut because I want you to hear all the sounds. I will say something at first once I get into the truck. Actually, this is probably a good time to point out there are a few preset buttons, like key bindings, that come with it. One of them is if you hit the 3 button, it's supposed to engage, take it from on to off to auto, turning on the Reefer. So let's give that a try now. It's button 3. You hear the beep, high pitched, and there it goes. You can kind of hear it, but it just turned on. If I were to hit it again, it would turn off. Another thing that you can do while in the truck, and I like to simulate this, especially with all of the engine off and everything. If you hit the 1 button, then what you get is the seatbelt. Let's turn it. Let's get the seatbelt on. You heard that snap in. If I press it again, he releases it. I'll do it again. On. Off. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And I know a lot of people are saying, yeah, but that already comes with the sound fixes. It's nothing new. 2 things. Number 1, it only happens when you're done fueling up. And which brings me to number 2, you have no control over it. So for those who like to RP and really get into the simulation, you can actually control, just like you can control putting on a seatbelt, you can control this. So let's get our seatbelt on. Perfect, we're all snapped in. The other one, there are a few related to the CB. I don't have one, so I'm not really making reference to that. But the other button that I use quite frequently, button number 2, is for the engine fan. We can't do that right now because we're not up and running. But once we get down the road, I'll see if I can remember to do that. Until then, I'm just going to get everything started. and I'll shut my mouth. I'll leave the window down for just a little bit so you can hear all the sounds, and then I'll go ahead and roll it up. Love all the sounds. You know what? I'll be right back. I gotta turn on the other camera. Alright, there we go. Got that camera on there. Every time I fly around, it boots that camera. It's the same one every time. I'm going to go ahead and get the windows up now. Give you an idea of all the sounds going on. There's so many over every little bump and every squeal of the brakes, every hard corner that you take, and you hear the tires screeching, and you hear the wind. It's all of those additional sound packs plus the audio framework plus the engine. I'm loving the whole system. Well, let's get down the road a little bit longer before we engage the engine fan. Speed limit here 65. Oh, we're good. People are always cutting in front of us though. Take it a little slow. So I did mention 3406B from Zeemods. Since I'm rocking a pretty low weight, 41,000 pounds, I think I said, yeah, 41,895. I try to keep it with somewhat of a realistic engine, so I've got a 425 horsepower in here. 18-speed Eaton-Fuller. I'm using the second stick as a splitter right now because I get bored otherwise. I don't know. Just doing it because it's here. I got to get back to doing a couple videos with some real twin-stick action. Haven't done that in a while. Been focusing a little bit more on reviews, trucks and trailers, and now focusing a lot on the sounds. So, but I'm really loving everything with Zeemods audio framework, the new engine, all the different wind and tire and noises and stuff like that. Really loving it. And now I get to put it all together with Dom's, the new skin, and this Reefer. Really a complete package here. Decided to go with kind of a, I guess it'd be kind of teal is the color. At first I was aiming for more blue because that was the example that was actually on the thumbnail of the screen. The thumbnail for the skin. And then it kind of turned and morphed a little bit, as it usually does. I throw a little bit of green back in there. That's kind of what happens. Ooh, stay to one lane, huh? It's telling me to get over. Good visibility. I'm also using the FOV mod from Zeemods, the mirrors. It's I'm getting used to it. It's definitely different. Guess they're doing some construction or something. That's why it's got me shifting off. I just dropped down to 33 frames per second. Loading in a lot of scenery, I guess. I've been running for the past, probably the past week. Been running at 60 frames. I haven't been recording all the time, but I would expect as soon as I get out of this big city, it'll jump right back up. I do have PNG base back in here, but I'm running Weather 8K on the instead of PNG's weather. Seems to be doing all right for the most part. This is my third or fourth video running with this type of setup. I took Grimes out because, I mean, I've got the base, I've got the weather. I could probably throw Grimes in there, but it was being a little I don't know, problematic. I haven't been able to run PNG base with any of Grimes' stuff and have it perform well. This slowdown right now is just due to going through this big city, I'm sure. But we don't have hardly any weather in the sky right now, so we can get over. head to Dallas. Let me keep this open so you can see what gears I'm in. 3 hours and 15 minutes left on the drive. Let's go ahead and see if we can hear anything going on with the engine fan. I'm going to try to engage it right now. Let's see, where's the button? You could hear me click it. You can hear the hum. I'll turn it off. As soon as I get into 7 high, I'm going to engage the fan. You can hear the hum of it. Definitely changes, and you can hear the click as it's going on and off. So we've got the engine fan on right now. We'll just leave it on for a little bit. Frame rate's still in the mid-30s. Again, first time in about a week that it's done that. It doesn't seem to be getting any better. Oh, they're gonna make me pull in. It just popped right out of gear on its own. Happens a lot if I let off the gas. It just pops right out of gear. Really got to get that fixed. And my frame rates are not getting any better. We got it at about 25. Going back up to 30. Yeah, I don't know. It must be the additional recording. That must make the difference, because I've had 4 drives with this truck, 2 drives with this truck and trailer combo, and the graphics have stayed the same. The only difference is I'm recording right now. So, looking at the preview, it might be a little jumpy, but it's not. There's nothing skipping too bad. It's just not very smooth. Let's see, I'm going to kind of pause right now, and I'm going to stop and I'm going to turn off the camera on my face and see if that makes any difference. There you go. I'm up to 60 frames a second. Boom. So there's something going on with that camera, or the fact that it's all of the graphics plus the 2 cameras, but that's the only one, the one that is showing on my face, in the lower left-hand corner, that's off now. That's the only one that ends up shutting itself off when I fly using the console. But that was the culprit. Apparently it cannot process both cameras and everything going on in the game, so I'm just gonna have to go single cam for now. I can go double cam, but I may have to take PNG out. I may have to run a lower resolution truck. May have to change my settings. It's kind of a pain. It isn't registering high. Why isn't it registering high? Okay, that's an issue. That is really weird. Let's see if is it registering any of the high? Let's see if we can go down to 7 high. Well, it really doesn't like to go into gear. Oh, okay. That was the reason. When I paused it, sometimes it gets messed up, and it actually thought I was in the... Without moving the range, it thought I was in the lower range. Sometimes that happens. Just a little quirk, but yeah, we've got all the gears still. So what do you guys think of Zeemods audio framework, the new engine, all the other sound add-ons and stuff? It's so immersive, it really is, with every little turn, every bump, you can hear it. Just, the truck is like alive, snap, crackle, and pop as you drive. I guess that rhymed. I didn't even mean for that to happen. Anyway, hour 37 left. Let's go out and get some exterior shots, and I'll be with you when we drop off. About 8 minutes left in the drive. We got off the main highway here. We've got to go up and over this bridge. And we'll be dropping down into Union Pacific. Still have the engine fan on. See if there's any noticeable difference if I turn it off. Not something you really hear too prominently. Question for all of you real truckers. Isn't the engine fan usually something that turns on automatic, or do you have control over it? And if so, when do you turn it on? I have no idea. It won't go into third. Let's see if I do it manually. I always have problems with that position on the shifter. I know it's a little harder on a hill, but I was able to do third to fourth and first to second okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and blame that on the shifter base, because it is slowly dying. See if it pops out of gear. It stayed in that time. It just doesn't like those upper positions anymore. Just cruising through the old rail yard here. Bring it down to 10. There we are. Crack the windows. Get some more sound going on here. Security check. Wish I could get some more trucks in here. Make it a little bit more realistic. When going through checkpoints and stuff at the border using Reforma map, There's always like a line of trucks and cars. You always have to jockey for position coming out of it. I like it. I don't have any traffic mods in here, but even with traffic mods, I really don't see trucks or cars or anything in here. You're just kind of in here by yourself. Every now and then, I'll see one or two, but they don't. It's not really something that you interact with. So we got to pull in over here, looks like. And then up here on the left, I think. So, I don't know if maybe the skin wasn't made for this, but when you get the window in the back, kind of eats up on the Oak Ridge trucking thing. I don't know if that's something that Goggles can do to fix that, or if it's maybe just... Maybe I wasn't reading the instructions and it wasn't intended for this, but I put it on there anyway like an idiot. Yeah, I think we're pulling in here on the left. See if we can find our spot. Let's just go ahead and take a stop here. I'm going to get out and see exactly where they want this thing parked. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm there on the right, and that's our parking spot. Sure would have been a lot nicer if I would have come in over there. There's no real place to turn around, so I think I'm going to go ahead and back it up. I'll just back straight up into that parking spot behind me and go around over there on the left side. Should make it easier. All right. See if the truck will allow me to stay in reverse. It goes in and out. Hit the horn so they know we're coming back, and by they I mean no one, because there's no other trucks in here. That's probably good enough. Looks like Ruta's flatbed. So, yep, right there. That second stall. Should be okay. Should have enough room. I think we need to stay on this side of the line in case that thing comes back. Just one little pull up, not bad. Oh, we're a little crooked. It's gonna bug me. That looks about straight. Probably didn't need that second one, but let's see, it's popping out of reverse on me. Sometimes I have to hold the stick to the side, sometimes I have to let it go. Alright. Parking brake on. Let's get these windows up. Turn all the lights off and shutter down. And of course, we have to undo our seatbelt. Press the 1 key. And there's the seatbelt off. Welcome to Union Pacific here in Dallas. Thanks for coming along on the drive. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions about Dom's 379 or about Bart's Reefer or Zeemods audio framework or the engine or anything like that. Anything you want. Comments, questions, drop them down below. Thanks for coming along. If you enjoyed it, give me the thumbs up. Consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can see all my videos. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.